Hello gang, and welcome to Displaying Model Behaviour, where I am still playing around with my lighting setup. But honestly, I think I kind of like this. I don't know. What do you think? It's kind of moody, a little bit neo-noir kind of looking. I think the lighting is a little bit cooler than I am. So my kind of negative coolness sort of counteracts the coolness of this lighting, and then we sort of meet in the middle. How about that? So now that we've decided that this is the best lighting I could ever possibly have, it's time to talk about toys, because there's a whole bunch of new stuff out there and some other non-toy related things as well. I might cover a whole random pie. It's not an expression. Tell you what, news. Let's talk about it. All right, this is the little extra insert bit, because I keep forgetting to say it, and it just popped into my brain, so I thought, film it now, Dave, and then put it in at the start. If you guys enjoy model behavior, and if you do, thank you. It explains why you clicked the video. Just give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And maybe hit the notification bell and anything else to tell YouTube that, hey, I kind of want to watch this guy. Because there's a lot of people talking on the YouTube sphere that various videos are getting restricted and buried in the algorithm, and a lot of people saying, you know what, Dave, I never see your videos pop up. I've got to actively search for you. So come on, let's get those numbers up. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel and help me get my videos out to you. Thanks very much. Ramen Toys are about to drop their 1/6 scale Juri figure. I know that she's available on Gundamit.com right now, probably a few other import sites too. I've got the Starman Cami, and I kinda love the look of this too. And I'm sure you might be sat there thinking, really, Dave, you love the look of this? I can't possibly imagine why. Hey, I'm a Street Fighter fan. Okay? No further questions, Your Honor. Look, this is pretty badass looking. I really do love it. The cloth goods, you can see all the little itty-bitty stitching in there. The work and craftsmanship is pretty darn nice looking at these pictures. And again, having had Cami in hand, I can say the quality of the figure as well. Yeah, it's very nice. It's the silicone style body as well that has that kind of musculature, athletic kind of curves and proportions. Just fits the character beautifully. Juri, the whole point of the design of that character is to kind of lean in to that kind of male gaze sort of look. And God bless the good people at Capcom and their Street Fighter team for designing their characters this way. Hey, look, it goes both ways. Have you seen what kind of roid cycle Ken and Ryu must be on? It's ridiculous. The amount of TRT in their bodies, they could open up a pharmacy all of their own. But that's a discussion for another time. Anyway, this should be dropping pretty soon. And if you want to add it to your shelves, then dang it, you'll have some pretty good looking Street Fighters. Rage Toys have shown some preview images of their Not Ninja Turtles figures. These are Violet and Crimson. I think these are from the same line as their other Not Ninja Turtles figures that were based after the seasons or named after the seasons. There was spring and summer. You know what seasons are. I won't belabor the point. But now we've got these female Turtles figures. Who was the one? Venus de Milo. She was the one from the live-action TV show. Then also there's the other ones from the comics. I shouldn't start listing names when I'm filming because my brain can only handle one thing at a time. But there are female Turtles out there. And now Rage Toys are covering a couple of them. Only in this case, they're called Violet and Crimson. These, as I said, are just kind of like test shots to show that they are about to go into production molds and things. So we're still a while away from getting them on your shelves, but we'll follow, I say we, like I'm this big corporate entity. We here at Model Behaviour will be following this closely. Me, Dave. I'm going to follow these closely. And when there's more news on them, I'll let you know. Although I do know that these are quite small. That's the one thing that puts a few people off from getting these for their 12-inch type, not 12-inch, 1/12 scale. You know what I mean. 6-inch, 1/12 scale. But that puts people off getting these ones because they are very diddy. But they're also really cute as well. So yeah, there's a lot to like with these. Keeping it Turtles, Rage Toys have also shown us this preview video of their general winter, which is where we are right now, especially in England. You look out the window, it's generally winter. grim grey, and well, I'm not here for this weather. I'm really not. I could be here for this turtle though, because just look at it. I mean, it's done in that statue, that living statue come to life type paint job, which is admittedly pretty badass. For me, I would like a more traditional paint job, for a real living, breathing turtle character. But for this magically animated turtle warrior statue, yeah, it does look pretty cool. Again, it's just test footage to give us an idea of what's to come. But judging by the look of it, what's to come is going to be pretty wicked. Oh, well, it's about done time. Bro Toys are giving us a not Yoshimitsu. And quite frankly, I've been waiting for a company to Thanos this. Fine, I'll do it myself. Because no other company has been giving us an official Tekken Yoshimitsu figure. In fact, everyone seems to have steadfastly refused to do it, which is crazy because Yoshimitsu is the most toyetic character in all of Tekken. Stop me if I'm wrong, but don't, because I'm right and you don't want to look silly. So we've got this awesome looking samurai monster mask, flaming sword, slightly alien character. What is the deal with Yoshimitsu? Sometimes he's got tentacles, he's robotic, his limbs spin around. I don't know, but he was always super fun to play as. And this, Light Warrior, oof, looks really fun. No price or release date yet. Right now, this is just Bro Toys tickling us under the chin going, hey, you like that, don't you? And my response to that is yes. Yes, Bro Toys, I do. I'd very like to know how to get my little mitts on this. And as soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know. Mafex are showing off their Batman and Ra's al Ghul. Ra's or Raish? Comment below, let me know. I'll always say Ra's al Ghul. But they've got their two figures here from the Hush line, and it's kind of what you would expect from Mafex. So really the pictures do all the talking for me. I'm largely redundant here. Please keep watching, though. I really do appreciate that. And give you a like, too. Am I providing anything more useful than just showing pictures? I like to think so. And when I figure out what that is, the next step will be monetizing it. In the meantime, though, Batman looks pretty good. I do love the Hush costume combination. I was just featuring the Gong Studios one. Well, if you don't like the look of that, you got this one too. I would like it if they gave him a swap out arm piece so you could have him in a pristine costume, but obviously if you want that, you can buy the pristine costume version. This is definitely to squeeze a bit more juice out of this figure. And then Ra's al Ghul, he's rocking the shirtless look, but then again, if I had a bod like that, you'd be hard pressed to get me to wear a shirt anyway. Mafex have also shown off their John Wick 3 Sophia figure, complete with doggies, who are just adorable. More so than the human character. I think the dogs are kind of cool. I like those. I couldn't even recognize this character from John Wick 3. I've seen all the movies, but they tend to just blur together after a while. It's like everyone loves John Wick. Those movies are amazing, but can you tell me like your favorite bit or your favorite character who wasn't Keanu Reeves? I might be a little more hard-pressed. I don't know, maybe you guys are like, well, yes, there's that bit, and that character, and this character. Dave, you just have a Swiss cheese brain. Which, to be fair, I have no argument against that. You got me. But this figure looks kind of nice, and she's going to be available pretty soon. Some searing insight there. Some people might say that Storm Arena has been eating Jada's lunch when it comes to the Street Fighter line. Well, you know what? Jada are firing back. Just like a good 2D fighter, Jada have taken the attack, now they're on the counter-attack with this E Honda who's just gone up for pre-order, and he looks really good. One big thing that Jada have in their corner, and I wasn't knocking Jada there, Jada have done great stuff, but one thing they do have in their corner is that we know they're completing their line. We've seen them with our own eyes. It's just a matter of time. Whereas with Storm Arena, it's like, how many are we going to get? Are we going to get a full set? We don't know, but history tells us probably not. So prove me wrong, Storm Arena. Prove me wrong. Just like everyone else does regularly. So Eddie Honda, there's his name, isn't it? Eddie Honda. He looks great. The 100-hand slap power effect, that's awesome. The amount of articulation for this big beefy boy as well, really impressive. Jada, again, another win. Like I said, it's a fantastic counterpunch. As soon as people are saying, oh, Storm Marina's the place to be, Jada go, oh, yeah, I'm just going to leave this here. Turns the conversation around, rightly so. Well done, Jada. Hiya Toys are showing off their Frostbite Blast Shimu. That wasn't easy to get out there. Their Frostbite Blast Shimu from Godzilla x Kong. What was it? New Empire? Fallen Empire? Frozen Empire? Forgotten Empire? It was an empire of some sort. Still not seen the movie yet, but I feel like I should do, because I'm probably prejudging it. And I think I'm more likely to have a better time with that movie than I think. Anyway, Shimu. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes I'm like, I don't really know what more color I can put on this one. Does anyone out here who watches this first of all, is there anyone out there who watches this? Or is it all Russian bots? I mean, if it is, they're keeping me in business. So, do svidaniya. But does anyone out there collect Hiya Toys? Because I never really hear much feedback about them. But then again, I think people must do, because they keep making them. It can't all be a tax write-off. So yeah, please, by all means, comment below, let me know. Do you collect Hiya Toys? And if so, what do you think of Shimu? Shimu? One of those. And speaking of Storm Arena, they got a new Ken and Ryu as well. These are con exclusives though, which honestly, I don't think anyone's going to be sobbing into their cereal about, because yeah, it's always nice to have different colors, but it's not exactly a huge departure from what we've had before. So these are going to be available at Anime's Pro Festival 2025, where collectibles become culture. At least that's what the write-up says. So that's going to be a convention that's running from the 28th to the 30th somewhere. Oh, in Lai Chi Kok, Hong Kong. Hang on a second. Oh, no, I'm not going to be there for that. I'm going to Hong Kong next month, not this month. Ah, well, no exclusives for Dave. But hey, it's Ken in blue and Ryu in a slightly less white gi. Like I said, hardly essential, but kind of fun if you happen to be at the con. And sticking with Street Fighter, it's kind of crazy that, year of our Lord 2025, Street Fighter's still dominating everything. And I'm okay with that. We've got the second round of WWE Street Fighter mashups from Mattel. And I just saw a couple of the first round figures in Smith's, the local toy store, the other day. I really like the look of them. I think the final boss, Rock M. Bison mashup, really cool. So now we're getting Cody Rhodes as Guile. No, not Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry. We're getting John Cena as Guile, which would have been perfect casting, several years ago. Now I guess Cody Rhodes has stepped up to the plate. But yeah, that's kind of fun. Also, we've got a slightly skinny looking Batista as Sagat. I mean, stop me if I'm wrong. But at first I was like, wait, who is that? But I mean, Dave Batista has slimmed down now, but I don't know, maybe they're basing it on a today Batista. I would have based Sagat on more of a 2005, Roidy Magoo Batista. Not saying he was bashing the roids, but at the same time, he did have a pretty Herculean physique. That's all I'll say. But yeah, he's Sagat. And then finally, we got Bianca Belair as Cammy. I think Bianca Belair is the standout of this set. I think this figure looks really great. I really dig this. And I think that out of the three, she's the only one who has actually worn, if not this exact gear, then a very similar style of gear in her matches. Right now, Bianca Belair in real life, she's going through this crazy thing where she broke her finger at WrestleMania this year, back in, April? And she's still been out for the last 6 to 7 months because she broke her knuckle, and every time that it heals, she can't bend her finger, so she can't wrestle. So get well soon, Bianca Belair, because that's insane that a broken finger could derail your entire career. Hopefully it won't. There's rumors she'll be back next year, and no pun intended. That's a bit insensitive, fingers crossed. You know what I mean though. Get well soon, Bianca Belair. Hot Toys realized what a good thing they were onto when they recolored the Christian Bale Batman into the classic blue and grey, and now they're doing it again with Michael Keaton. This time they're taking the Flash Michael Keaton and they're giving him the old blue and grey paint job. And at first I was very confused because I saw these pictures and I was like, haven't we had this? Did I not talk about this? No, it was the Christian Bale one that I was thinking of. Oh, Hot Toys, you almost got me there. So yeah, it's a fun way to repaint. And look, if you're a Hot Toys completionist, or if you just want something a little fun and quirky, I do like it. It shows us what the costume could have looked like. And honestly, I think with the movies, with the right lighting, it could have worked. Then again, I mean, Tim Burton's gothic, palette for the Batman movies was so black and grey. This might have stuck out a bit too much. I think what we got was still pretty iconic, but this, it's kind of fun to see. Ramen Toys have posted this new, really fun accessory type creature. I'm going to double check what they are calling it. Ace, I'm sorry I didn't have the name to hand right there. But it's very similar, or just kind of reminds me. Let me just Columbo this. Just one more thing. Kind of reminds me of an old accessory that the Motu line had in the 80s. I'm surprised that we've not had a new version of that from Mattel. But you know what? Since we might not get that, you could always use this for your Motu figures. In fact, some of the pictures here from Ramen Toys do feature Motu figures, coincidentally enough. Although that is just a coincidence, because the write-up from Ramen Toys does say, figures shown are for demonstration purposes only and are not designed to be used with this figure here. That's good to know. Sorry, had a little twitch in my eye there. Loose Collector have shown us some images of their Wargoth. It's the only way you can say a name like that. Wargoth. Flexibility and balance test shots, just to give us an idea of what's coming down the line from our friends over at Loose Collector. And yeah, looks like a great looking, cool, awesome, badass barbarian figure. When there's more information and hopefully nice colored in pictures, you'll be finding them here, probably several days after they've been posted elsewhere. I do my best to keep up, but there's a lot of toy news. Over in Statue Corner, Prime One Studios, they are just the go-to company for your crazy, amazing high-end statues, and this definitely qualifies as crazy and amazing. From Guilty Gear, one of the less mainstream 2D fighting games, but if you are a 2D fighting game person, you know all about it. We've got the character of Baiken. I had to double check that. I had no idea what their name was. After Street Fighter, my knowledge gets pretty spotty. But this is from Guilty Gear Strive, Baiken. And just a pretty incredible, awesome looking statue. Can't really add more color than that. Just wanted to show you an awesome thing that I saw and thought, yes, people need to see these. People need to see this. That's what I meant. It's time once again for the weekly comic book top 10, which then reminds me to tell you to go over and check out my channel on Whatnot, where I sell such comic books. It's always a good time. I've got great bargains, deals, and we get to hang out just on a live stream. So, with that being said, the top 10 comics for this week are, in the number 10 spot, we have Exquisite Corpses, issue number 7. Then, at the number 9, we've got Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, issue number 5. After that, in the number 8 spot, we've got Punisher. We got Punisher Red Band, issue 3. Then at number 7, it's Ultimates 18. At the number 6 spot, we've got X-Men of Apocalypse, issue number 1. Then at the number 5 spot, it's Captain America 5, a Marvel-heavy top 10 so far. Then number 4, that continues with Amazing Spider-Man 16. At number 3, it's our first DC book. We've got Absolute Flash number 9. At the number 2 spot, One World Under Doom, issue number 9. And then finally, in the top spot, it's a meeting of both the big companies. It's Batman and Deadpool, issue number 1. You love to see it. We're once again living in one of the better timelines where at long last Marvel and DC are working together again, and it feels so good. And folks, that does it for the top 10 comic books for this week. Today in Artist Alley featuring Nathan Zerdy. Nathan Zerdy, not going to be exactly an underground choice. Even us action figure collectors, if you're not even interested in comics, you'd recognize him from a lot of Marvel Legends box art. But over the last year or two, he has been establishing himself as the comic book cover guy in the industry. Everything he touches turns to gold. And this Harley Quinn cover, it's part of a series. He did this one and Poison Ivy and Batgirl and Catwoman as well, all in this same kind of corner style. And he had a whole bunch of tattooed and battle damaged variants. All of them brilliant, all of them fantastic. Long may he reign, honestly. The best comic book cover artist right now. Unless you think there's someone better, in which case, that's okay. Because opinions are like elbows. They're very useful for articulating your arms. And today's cosplay cover artist is Alison Tabitha. Absolutely incredible costume and makeup work this lady has. Go check her out on Instagram. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think? Not just about the items covered, but about this little funky lighting backdrop situation I've got going on. Once again, I'm steering away from the green screen, but that might not be a bad thing, because, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. What you can't see is the incredibly makeshift ramshackle thing setup that I have in front of me, but that's fine. You just get to see the nice, pretty thing. You don't need to see the grisly innards. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you everyone who supports the channel with a channel membership. If you'd like to help me keep on doing this nonsense, then you know what you gotta do. Quite frankly, I'm waiting. Thank you so much, however you support the channel, even if it's just by watching this far. I mean, I guarantee most people have clicked off by now, because I add no extra value in this last minute. Gang, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Coffee, big time.